So we've all been there before, and if you found this video, you are probably there now, stuck. So stick around while I help you to get unstuck and get out of this rut. Hi everyone, grab a drink like I did, and let's sit down and have a talk quickly, shall we? So this is probably every artist's worst nightmare, right? Having art block, no inspiration, lack of motivation.
Feeling that it's not good enough, it needs a little bit more, it needs a little bit less, pulling out your hair, emotional eating, indecision, I hate it, it's doomed, nobody will like it.
And then finally staring off into space, hoping you'll find this great idea. Been there, got the badge. Okay, so let's discuss this, shall we? Tip number 1. Find your default setting. I know this sounds really silly and you're probably like, yeah, but I have art block, what's my default setting? Yeah, I know. But there is probably a few things or one thing you draw most often. In my case, I love drawing cats. So whenever I'm stuck, I simply take out my little doodle book and I start drawing cats because I'm comfortable with them. It's easy shapes, it's simple, and I don't overthink it at all. So as an artist, I know you probably do have a default setting. Have a look at something you draw often. Maybe it's flowers, maybe you draw little airplanes, maybe you draw dogs, maybe you have an obsession with eyes. Just take that and do that. Okay, so tip number 2, take a pause art challenge or any drawing challenge you can find online and go in with it, not being serious at all and having a fun mindset around it. They are great ideas to get out of your little art block or when you don't have inspiration, but it will give you the creative push to do something. And often when you start drawing something, you get into that little flow and then you want to draw, and if you're working on a bigger project, you will have inspiration again to continue on that. Or maybe in the middle of your art challenge you found this brilliant idea and now you can move on with your bigger project. Another thing is keeping a jar full of prompts or ideas, or even a list on your cell phone or your computer. Just keep a simple list. On days where you are overflowing with ideas and creativity, jot those ideas down and save them for later. You will kiss yourself for doing that. Tip number 3, take a learning day. Guys, this is really important, especially if you're stuck on a bigger project, and instead of sitting there for hours on end having this issue where you can't draw a flower or you can't draw a background piece, or you're having problem with eyes or hair or hands, whatever it may be, simply stop there. Don't pursue that any further until you take a little bit of a step back and learn. Trust me, it is beneficial and you'll only gain knowledge, really. So go out there's a plethora of information and tutorials. Go find what you're struggling with and learn about it. You'll be amazed about the results you'll get when you come back after that learning curve. I personally have been there. I've taken a few days just to learn, come back, and it goes way better. It is a lot smoother and I feel confident. And even though I won't get it right away, I will have that backlog of knowledge to go on and I will get there sooner, whereas I was previously just sitting there frustrated and not getting this obstacle out of the way. I do have one final tip as well, and that is simply to just step back and take a breath. Whether you have started a sketch midway, at the end, or you're still looking for inspiration, instead of overthinking it and getting your brain all in knots and twists about your current situation, just simply take a breath, step back, go do something else for 10 minutes, whether it may be stepping outdoors, looking at your scenery, taking your dog for a walk, or simply going to the kitchen and making yourself a cup of coffee. Just take that time and don't think about your current project or what you want to do. Think of anything else. Take that breather. You'll be amazed at the wonders it can do for you. Trust me. It's like having hiccups. The more you think of hiccups, the more it will continue and it won't go away. But as soon as you start doing something else, or your brain is concentrating on something else, the hiccups go away, right? So this is exactly the same. I hope these tips help you as they have helped me. Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.